Good morning. Hope y'all are doing well. I am having technical difficulties. It's always something. It is always something, but I hope that you're doing well. I have been on the phone with the computer people for the last hour, so I did not get a chance to get all the things I needed to grab. So hopefully, this little paper pad will be sufficient while I just run off and grab a few things. We're going to be doing something fun, hopefully. So just give me 1 second, please, or a couple of seconds, I should say. Good morning, Heather. Hope you are doing well. Yes, ma'am, I'm feeling better. So, for some reason, I have a problem with the rain. Whenever I get rained on, I get sick a couple of days later. Hi, Nick. So, I hadn't fully recovered from whatever I had going on in December. And then January, I got rained on and I got sick. I got rained on in December. I got rained on in January, and then a couple of days, about a week ago, I got rained on again. So I was just getting rained on back and back and back, and I wasn't fully recovering from any of it. So it was just a big mess. Then I got sick. Well, my I'm afraid to tell you my temperature because I feel like y'all gonna judge me and tell me that I'm crazy for not going to the doctor. But I'm gonna tell you anyway. Um, because I like to be as transparent as possible. My temperature was 100 and the first time I took it last Wednesday, I think, or Thursday, whatever day. I stayed in the bed the whole day. I think it was Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. It was 101.6. And then I went back and retook it again, and it was 104. And my husband was like, "Okay, I'm gonna take you to the doctor." I was like, "No, let me just try to take some medicine." And see if I can't, try to fight it off naturally. And then I took the temperature again. It was 102 point something. And so then I was just like aggressively trying to lower my body temperature with like drinking water and cold packs, like ice packs in my groin and on my stomach, and eventually it went down. Good morning, Samara. Hope you're doing well today. So yeah, I am feeling better. Um, my voice is almost back to the way I like to hear myself sound, even though I really don't care to hear myself. And then I don't have a fever anymore, no temperature, anything like that. But I had planned something for us today. This is what I planned, but I wanted it to be a lot better. But Mike, I just bought this computer in October and it's cutting off. So it's not doing right by my money that I spent. Oh, excuse me, the money I spent on it. So I called the manufacturer, the people I bought it from this morning at 7 something, and I literally just got off the phone with them. And the guy was like, "Well, it's going to take too long to do whatever, whatever. Call me back." And so I was like, "Well, I already set up this." In my head, I'm like, "I already set up this YouTube thing. I'm not calling you back until I finish that." Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, I had looked it up online to see what oh my God, I'm gonna die temperature was, and I should have went to the doctor at the 104, but I was like, let me just, because I'm stubborn. I used to be in the medical profession when I had a job when I was in a career on career ladies. So I was a little bit like hesitant because I didn't want to get admitted to the hospital because I didn't want my son to be I didn't want my son to be by himself or with his dad. I just felt like I could probably be more effective at home than at the hospital. So I didn't go. Um, so what I thought we could do today, unless you all want to do something totally different, I want to make um, some tags. Now, I haven't crafted since I made that jewelry or the book. And that was last week sometime. So I'm a bit out of sorts because I haven't did anything productive when it comes to crafting at all. But this came from the Dollar Tree when it was a dollar store. I don't go to the Dollar Tree anymore, y'all. And I feel like I'm being a really silly person for not going. But I just don't want to give them $1.25 for some of the stuff when it used to be a dollar, right? Like I feel like it's just it's not worth it. So I went there looking for something in particular a few days ago and could not find it. So I was like, well, there you go. You don't need, like I don't go in there and look at the craft stuff anymore or walk around. But they do have some Velcro that I've contemplated buying it from them or just get it a little bit better quality from a big box, like Walmart or somewhere. So I have to see the price at Walmart. So they do have these little banners, and I always recommend if you go to somewhere and you like something that they have, get it when you see it. Don't wait. I'm not sure if they'll have these this year, but I thought this would be really cool to make some tags with a few little tropical tags. I know that I had put on my Facebook if you all wanted me to continue the How Do I Love Thee. I haven't started back on that. And Nix was like, yeah, so we'll do that. I'll try to get those knocked out and it'll just be like the lost episodes. Oh, you bought 3 things? What you buy? I'm nosy. Because I feel like the sodas that they sell were really good at $1, but not $1.25. I mean, if I want $1.25, I can just go to the regular store and get a soda for $1.25. You can get a 2 liter for 76 cents at Walmart right now, or when they have it on sale. Yeah, so I haven't really been out much. I've been staying home just because I don't want to be exposed to anything that's going on out in the world. I do want to talk to you all about something that I had to have this thing, and it was and I'm not saying that it's not a good product, so please, no one take that. I had bought this diamond press thing from HSN. I really, really wanted it, and I know you're probably thinking you already have two, so this makes my third one that I had. I really, really wanted it because a lot of people's like it's very convenient, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I like it. I don't like these folders, but these folders are meant to just be destroyed. So if you had to decide on whether or not you wanted to get a folder hand crank machine or one that has like the platform and stuff like that, I would probably tell you to only select one. So either get this, the diamond, the diamond press, or the any of the small hand cranks. Just pick one. But I would say that you have to weigh how much you're going to be actually die cutting, and if it's more cost effective to buy the plate system. Because now I'm thinking, would it be more effective to just use a plate system versus the folder system? And I really enjoy the folder system. It's just that like this right here, and there's ways you can make these things flat again, run them under some hot water, stick them in the oven, microwave, all that stuff. I just don't feel like it's not worth my time to do that. But I would say, if you're gonna get the plate system, buy extra plates so you don't have to run out looking for them all over town, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Um, ooh, ribbon. I can send you some ribbon. I need to talk to you. Like, I'll send you a message and let you know what's going on in my life. But yeah, I should be. I'm gonna try to mail some things out because y'all stuff is taking up space in my house. I know I've been saying it for a whole year. So this is the tropical collection. Now I did purchase this. When did I get this? I got this in a thing from Crackers Companion, but they had these I think at Tuesday morning a couple of maybe a year ago. And so whenever I see name brand paper at Tuesday morning for a good deal, I buy it. So let's go ahead and pick some papers out. I got these small. I got a 6x6 because 6x6 prints will look prettier on the dresses on your when you paper piece your images. And we're gonna go with two tropical girls, and I thought it would be fun to do some Julie nutting dolls, just because why not, right? Now I do want to talk to y'all about a few things. I want to do so. Hear me out. My plan is once I'm fully recovered is to come back and post like I did in I guess 2021, right? Just post more than I am now. But I do not feel that me being sick and sounding bad and coughing is really beneficial for anybody. I feel like that's a waste of time because I get so angry that I can't give you what I feel is my best. And so it for me it's a waste. It's a waste of time for you all. Does that make sense? All right, so we're gonna use Lonnie. I think she's one of the new girls in the retirement of Julie Nutting. But I think she has like this little top on and stuff like this. So I think that'd be really cute to do. Nix is like, I can send you. I have tons of ribbon I'm trying to get rid of. You name your price, so I can send you some, and we can work on it. Excuse the glare. So hopefully, what I just said about me not, I want to give you the best that I can when I'm able to give you the best that I can. If I can't, then I don't want to do it. So this is some thick paper. Hopefully, it's not too thick that will drive us crazy when we're fussy cutting this stuff out. All right, so I am using a Crafter's Companion plate. I really wanted this because it looks so great. It looks wonderful. So this is Lonnie. I think Lonnie is a better name. And she looks okay. This is an okay outfit that she has on. And we're going to put her on a little bit of pink stuff. And we are going to just fold this over. I think we can probably get 4 out of her, but we're not gonna take any chances. So I like to stamp my dolls first, or whatever image I'm going to be paper piecing. I like to stamp it out first just to see how I'm going to feel about it, and then we can go from there. So I had asked my friend to keep an eye out for a black mat, right? I'm telling you, this day is just not going my way um, when it comes to stuff not functioning like it should function. She got the mat. I got the mat like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I went to use it today. Well, guess what? I couldn't. I couldn't use it today because it's sticky all over. Because American Craft decided to put their label in a sticky format versus a easy peel off. It's easy to peel off, but it's sticky. So we're stuck with this other little mat. So excuse that glare. Okay. So the way they make these things look like the thing doesn't move, the paper doesn't do anything, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I do want to do. I want to try and do some. I wouldn't call them Easter. I don't want to do an Easter series, but I want to do some pastel things. I still owe a video to the Halloween every month collaboration. So when I tell y'all that I wasn't in my right head space when I was sick. I was not in my right head space. So I'm so happy that I did recover. So excited about that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just do that. And it looks good. I am on a different desk, so it's a bit wobbly for me. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's a bit wobbly for me. And I'm not too concerned about this little piece because we're gonna paper piece and fussy cut. So because apparently Samara and Nyx have jinxed me into liking fussy cutting for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that, ladies. I'm not sure even how I got into liking fussy cutting. So I called the customer service for the it's so cute, right? And the guy that was helping me was French. He wasn't French like, oh, I couldn't understand him. He started off in French, like whatever the customer service agent normally tell you. Hi, my name is Bob. I'll be your blah 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 for today, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just imagine that in a language that you really don't speak, right? Which was French. I can speak a little bit of Spanish, a little, the smallest amount. Leche, right? That's what I got for y'all. Leche, and I can count to 10 maybe. That's it. And I can say yes and no. Ma'am, you know, I do not enjoy fussy cutting. I really don't enjoy it. I just, sometimes you have to have a neater edge. And that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. I feel like fussy cutting is stressful and not in a bad way. I just feel like when you're fussy cutting, you're precise and pristine and just give me a die cut, right? Just give me a die cut. Ooh. So I am very hard headed when it comes to um what's the word? Priming my stamps. I rarely prime my stamps. Rarely prime them. So it's very I always get excited when the stamps out very good the first time because I should stamp on and stamp off, but I don't. We don't do that. We're gonna just do two. I don't want to do four. I guess I should since I already tore that paper though, right? Let's go ahead. Yeah. No, but I always come back to it. Let's see. So I'm thinking tropical. Yeah. So I don't really care for fussy cutting. You know that. It's a necessary beast, I guess. Because some things have to be nice and neat. And not these all don't have dyes to them, so I can't be like, oh, I'm gonna use the dye. I'm gonna use this dye. So now, if you never fussy cut and paper piece your stamp, what you want to do is whatever part you want to fussy cut out and paper piece, you only ink that up versus that. And do y'all like the pink or the yellow? I guess I can do one and one, right? Listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. That's all I'm gonna say. I've only had one bad Crafter's Companion product, and I'm sure it wasn't the product; it was the operator. They have a guillotine trimmer, and I think the numbers are off for me. They work in metric. They work in centimeters, and we work in inches. So the centimeters were more prominent on the machine than the inches, and that bugged me. I was like, I can't figure it out. I don't get it. So I was upset about it. All right, so this is cute, y'all. I like this, but we're gonna go ahead and make her real tropical. Maybe she works at the local archaeology museum or something, and their uniform is this because I like this color a little bit better. Yeah, so you won't see a lot of like bunny stuff from. Well, I can't say you won't see, but I want to do like some pastel crafts for Easter. I don't want to make it a series because I'll be owing I owe y'all 7 days already, uh, and those should come out probably next week. I'm gonna try. I'm, I can't make any promises. If I'm feeling great, yeah, we'll be all over it on Friday. If not, I'll try to make a video that's a premiere versus me talking because I realized that I need to get my vocal strength back up because after I finish, I'm like, oh, exhausted. Um, and it's different ones, Samara. They have different sizes. And of course, I'm not organized enough to have it. But I like this, and no one can tell you took my idea. I really like this. A lot. A lot. I like it a lot. All right. So let's see. Yeah, and it came out good. All right. So now, put this to the side. And look, you don't have to worry about these thingies. It's just there. That's how to look on the back. Pretty cool. Pretty dang cool. I'm not selling the product because I don't get money for that or anything. So I don't want anyone to say, oh, she's selling it. I'm going to go ahead and cut these girls out. And so we still have enough room to probably get like 3 more. But I don't like to make a whole bunch of the same tag unless I have to. Like if I'm doing a swap or something, I would do that. But you can definitely use these excess pieces to create other things. And I'm the scrappiest of the scrapper when I make scraps all the dang time. So we'll go ahead and just put that to the side. And now we're going to do some coloring. Now, I have a thing. I have a thing for markers. And I went to the store. What store did I go to? What's today? I went on Friday, Saturday. I went to Hobby Lobby Saturday, I believe. And I'm looking for the clearance Not that I need anything off the clearance. I just want to see what they had on the clearance. We're using graphic markers, and this is color gold. Yeah, that looks better. I I like the platform a lot. But I didn't go looking like I was like I didn't say, "Ooh, I really really want anything." But I did get something, a odd item, and I got the item to make some books. I want to do some more flowish journals, and I want to make some more junk journals. So we will be seeing that. I think it's a little bit time consuming to make a junk journal from start to finish on a live stream. So we'll have to work that out. These shoes are hideous. Hideous. And I just made them. I don't know. I don't like wedges. Y'all like wedges? That's the better question. When I was younger, I wore wedges because I didn't want to wear heels. But now I just wear sneakers and flip flops and house shoes. Some people are really into their wedges and heels and stuff like that. So I won't take away from anyone that's into that kind of stuff. But I don't wear them. You know what? I have some five and below markers for you in one of your boxes. So whenever you get them, whenever I mail that stuff out to you, because I know you be like, nah, I'm not gonna get them. I don't need them. But if you see the ones that have the skin tone, get them because those were on the shelf with the brush tip. And then people, a lot of artists on YouTube especially, bought the markers. And if you have a larger following, they're going to people are going to want to emulate what you do, and now they're not there anymore. So I'm just coloring her shoes to match the paper that we did. It'll be cool. What I should have brought to this spot is my gel pens, so we can give them a little bit of a sparkle because they are just so plain. Can you believe, like, in a week we're gonna be in March? I don't know who has the button on fast forward, but come on. It's funny. Like when you're younger, you're like, I can't wait to get older. I can't wait to be older. And then once you get older, you're like, please slow down. That was funny. Well, I can understand about those things because I don't even wear heels anymore. So my hat goes off to you and your wedges. All right, I'm hoping that we got some colors that can make our ladies look nice. That is not one of them. That might be good for hair. Let's try melon yellow. Yeah, melon yellow is a good skin tone color. And I want her. Yeah, we can do that. I think we can get away with those colors. So these are markers that I grabbed at the Ross a while back in case you're interested. And I was like 36 into 14 or $15. Doing the math calculations. I was like, is this cheaper than going on to uh, would that have been cheaper to than buying them from Amazon? I like to when I go to the store if I see something and I really really want it, I like to buy it then versus waiting. I want to get it then. I don't want to wait for it to come in the mail and all the other stuff. Right. So we're gonna go with these Seascape colors. These are a bit better. Yeah, the skin tone markers are really, really nice. So these are illustrators, and these are from Spectrum Noir as well. I would say if you are new into coloring, and you want to spend a little bit of money, I would say that the Spectrum Noir brand is a pretty decent brand. I wouldn't say it's like the top of the market. Like, say if you don't want to get Copic, I think Spectrum Noir markers are pretty decent, versus you know trying to get Copic. And if you can get them at Tuesday morning when they're on sale, it's a good deal. Some Tuesday mornings actually have really decent craft section. Uh, not the one where I live. The one where I live is like a pencil and a sheet of paper. I only go to that section in Ross. I go to that section and the kids section in Ross. I really don't go to Ross for anything else because I have enough furniture. Even though I think some of the furniture they have is really pretty, I still don't go in there and look for furniture. So let's see if these skin tones can do us justice, because we can still try these hair colors, but I want her to have some nice skin. Oh, that might work. So that's sand. I think pecan. We used pecan before. Oh yeah, pecan is nice. So we'll do pecan and sand. Oh yeah. I need. You know what? I need. I told my husband that I wanted a new bedroom set for Christmas this year. Because the one I have, I love it, but I've had it for a while. I actually only I used to be a snob when it came to uh clothes, not clothes, furniture, sheets. So I would wait for Black Friday, and whoever had like their 1,000 thread count or 800 thread count on sale, I would go and buy like 4 or 5 different sheet sets of different colors. And then I got into this habit of just buying them and not using it. And so then each room that has a bed, had a theme. Like the guest room is tropical, nautical sea, not tropical, nautical in nature. So the sheets that I have on there are seashells and stuff like that. And then I was like, I just need plain color for me. Yeah, I normally don't share that information anymore because, the minute you start saying where you get your craft supplies from, you go back and you can't find envelopes. That's how I feel about the daggone Dollar General. But from what I hear, Dollar General is having a new store open soon called Pop Shelf. It's supposed to be like a fancier, more upscale store than Dollar General, and it's supposed to have a whole bunch of good craft supplies. I'm not sure how true that is because we don't have one in the area yet. I think it says it opens in May, and when it does, I'll let y'all know. So my problem lately is I have not been doing sentiments. I didn't get any today either. What's wrong with me? It's the wrong color. We said we was using sand or earth. We said sand. So the problem with these illustrators is one has this little fine nib and then the other one has the brush tip. The brush tip base is a bit too wide for me. But oh, I didn't color all her hair, did I? Yeah, I don't share where I get anything from now unless it's like Michael's. Like I'll say, oh yeah, I got this from Michael's or Joanne Fabric. Y'all didn't tell me I was coloring the hair the wrong color. See how y'all do me? I just I can't with y'all right now, right? The bang is a little bit darker. I had bought a some bee cupcake liners from Hobby Lobby because I want to make some bee stuff. Because Wonder and Dreamer 555, I want to say it was year before last. She, or maybe it was last year. She does a series of different things where she'll make X amount of videos using particular products. So far she's done tea, she's did bee, then she did like a poop series, and I'm not sure. I haven't been watching videos and stuff lately. I'm kind of not, I haven't felt well. I've been out of it, and I'm gonna, make up for it because I have to get back on track. But sometimes when you don't feel well, you just don't feel well, and I can't apologize or make up for not feeling well. I can just start from where I am now and move forward. She's too. I'm not sure if I like the skin tone on her. I guess it looks okay. I could have made her hair a different color though. I think that would have made her stand out, her skin stand out better. And the funny thing is, like when you're sick, I can't say everyone, but when I'm sick, I try to push myself, and the more I push myself, the worse I get. Hi, Tanya. How are you today? Hopefully well. Just over here making some Julie nutting tags with Lonnie. I think Alani. I think it's Lonnie. I'm not sure, but I'm just talking random. That's great to hear. Very good to hear. She got some long legs. This lady is tall. She got some long legs. These are her knees, right? And her waist is. Never mind. Never mind. She got some long legs. That's all. I'm just gonna leave that on the table for y'all to assess. This is her waist, and these are her knees. Yeah, I bought it. That's what you're thinking. You bought it. You're right. Wow. You wear heels, Tanya, or you wear wedges? I just wear sneakers. I have some heels in my closet that I haven't worn in a long time. Yeah, some long legs. I'm in a few Facebook groups, and I'm in a Julie Nutting. Oh, you wear both? Yeah. Um, I haven't worn heels in a long time. Actually, I haven't worn heels in about 7 years now. So I'm in a Facebook group, Julie Nutting Facebook group. One, I think I'm in like two or three of them because I'm trying to find. And I thought I had Betsy, but I don't. I can't find the lady. So I want Betsy, right? And she will complete my collection of the ones of the stamps that I want. Yes, one of the new ones. That's how she looked. But her, never mind. Let's see. I can show you all of them. I guess. I think I have it. And I got these from the Funky Junkie Boutique. I think. Good morning, Chocolate City Sim. How are you? Well, this is the last set, so I'm not sure if you want to get them or not. It's the last one. But then they said they brought some of the older ones back, and I'm like, why not bring the ones that people want that someone's selling for $100 on eBay right now? Bring those back so people don't get, you know, railroaded. But whatever. Yeah, some of them are really really pretty, and others are like, you look like the other one, But unfortunately, I have is this the right color? Yeah, I have a completionist mentality, so even if they're not the most attractive or well drawn in my opinion, because look at how long this lady's leg is, um, I still want to get them because I don't want to have to wait and try to find them in 6 months or a year because this is supposed to be her last set of dolls. So I'm sure people went out and bought a whole bunch of them, and in a couple of months will sell them for crazy prices. Aurora is the one I'm talking about. The girl with the dress that looks like one of the Disney princesses. I think she looks like Snow White. She could be Belle, I guess, if you change her hair color. But she's retired. Julie Nutt is retiring, so or she's leaving. I don't know. She's stopping doing. I don't know. Prima. I don't know. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be, picking up extras or whatever. I have this lady that I was fortunate enough to get some of her older dolls from at a decent price, like a for real price, not a. I know that this is what is important to you, so I'm gonna charge you a whole bunch of money price. And it was. Let me see. Hold on. It was $40. 40. It was on sale 47 or six, I think. Someone else had them, but they're selling them like it was like 59. And if you look at them, most people sell them for $10 a piece. So I was like, this is not a good deal for $60. I usually get mine from is a cherry. I think a cherry on top also, and another spot that does like bundles. If you go, if you're a part of the Facebook group, it's a lady that also sells them. She'll take your name and stuff and invoice you. You just let them know you want them. But I went to the Funky Junkie. Yeah, I think it was Funky Junkie. It was like $47. And this was the pre-order. So I pre-ordered in January, I guess, or February 1st. Whenever they announced them, I was like, let me go get mine now before they don't have them anymore. So have y'all been keeping up with the craft stuff? What do you think about the new Sizzix uh, cutting machine? It's an electronic die cutting machine. It's humongous and it's $300. It's $299. I'm not buying it. I don't need another die cutting machine. Yeah, cherry on top. I like a cherry on top. The customer service is really good for me at a cherry on top. I've never had any issues with any of the people. I've even purchased from the craft store, the one in the UK, but I was looking for some steampunk stuff when I got that. And they really, their prices were better, even though shipping international than in the States was. So I went there and got it. So this is why I don't like cutting Samara. Because this little white trim on her leg is going to make me upset with myself for not getting it. It's expensive. So, back in the day, I killed one of my cutting machines, die cutting machines. I used to die cut like every day. I don't even like die cutting that much anymore unless I have to. Mm-mm. The thing is, they put Tim Holtz face on it, so it's probably already out of stock. And for people that like Tim Holtz products, but I was like, what is this new thing? And I went to look at it. I was like, oh, it's just a die cutting machine that's electronic. Because if you really think about it, if you really wanted a die cutting machine that was electronic, you could get one of the ones that's already out on the market. Now, I do enjoy being able to cut steel rule dies, but I just hand crank those. And Tim Holtz had the Vagabond that was semi automatic. So I got that one for like a really good deal. Someone did an enable alert, and I was like, oh, let me jump on this. I got it for I think under $100. That machine is expensive. I'm like $299. I was like, what does it do? And then my thing is because Sizzix will get you with the whole fanciness, but I'm like, what all comes in a $299 machine? Like, what am I getting for $299? Is my question. Now, if someone sent me one, the company, if they sent it to me and said, hey, can you check it out? Oh, yeah, I'll check it out for you. But I'm not checking out with my money. You know how much paper I can get with $299, y'all? Hmm. A lot, a lot, a lot of paper or stamps. I can buy a lot of Julie Nunn stamps. I wonder who Prima's gonna get to make lady stamps now. Like who's the newest person? Because I remember, was it last year, or year before, they had that diamond collection that I really thought about buying. Then I was like, I'm not really into like animal prints and cheetahs and all of that stuff. So if you never fussy cut it or paper piece, here's the deciding factor. Do you want to cut this hand in here? It's all about paper. It is. And then cut this out. You can do it two ways. You can come in from the top part where this nice seam is at, or you can just poke a hole, open it up. And I've showed you this before in case someone's watching the playback and they're like, well, how do you do that? Whichever one is you're most comfortable with. I think I'm actually uh, more comfortable with just cutting a line and cutting it out versus poking a hole and cutting it through like this. But either way will work. When I first started playing around with these dolls, I used to be afraid to cut like their arms off or their head and stuff like that. I was just like, that just feels weird to me. But now I'm like, let's cut. Like, see, I another video, I probably would cut her legs off some because she got a lot of legs. That's all I'm saying. So here's the example of cutting the arm up. Chocolate, City Sims. I was on the phone for an hour. I do have my, I have priorities. Yeah, I'll have to go. I watched, so full disclosure, I've been sick, right? But I saw that you had posted, and normally what I'll do, but I haven't been doing this because I haven't been leaving the house. I've just been kind of sitting at the computer doing other stuff, uh, downloading stuff for my video game. I'll watch the videos and like I'll post on there. Like when I'm driving, I usually watch it. I have to go back and watch it. So yeah, I may. I just don't want to commit to something and then I've been sick. I've been feeling really crappy about not being able to do a whole bunch, but I don't want to overcommit and then I get rained on again because rain is gonna take me out. It seems like it. Yesterday it was raining when I took the trash out. I was like, let's put on some clothes because let's protect your head. Even though it's hard, you can still get sick. But I will definitely go. Yeah, I don't. You know what? I stalk. I'm in Facebook groups. I just stalk the creativity of what they do. I don't really post anything because I'm always afraid someone's going to be like, "Oh, that's ugly." It's me. It's me in my head. I know. Um, because the lady in one of the groups, she was like, I shared one of my texts. She's like, so when are you going to join the swap? And I just went. I ghosted her. I was like, She had me standing in the corner shaking from that comment. Because some people, this is their life creating stuff for swaps, and some of the ladies in their Facebook group, you would think it's professional the way they do it, super professional the way they do it, and I'm still learning. Right, I just cut out the line. Well, I did that on purpose, but I'm still learning things. Theirs look so shiny and glossy, and I'm like, if you paired me up with that lady, she might not want my stuff. She may not want my creation. So I just kind of stay in my own little world. I've learned to just stop being scared and jump out the window and try and see if it'll work or not. But I'll go over and I probably will. Okay. Yeah, that's great because, I'm not sure how you feel about collab, like when you're in a collab. If I tell you I'm going to do it, I just prefer to do it, not do it. So I have one video I haven't did yet, but I really have in my head it's a great idea. So I got to start working on it. And that's the thing, like when you're in collaborations, when the days are coming up. But if I am down, sick, I can't craft. But y'all gonna be like, oh, how many videos you gonna post? I'm tired of seeing that. Yeah. I know most of you probably noticed that craft that the first round, the first quarter, uh, Hobby Lobby clearance is going on. I've seen people posting, and I was up in Hobby Lobby's aisles the other day looking for some findings for some jewelry stuff, and they didn't have anything on clearance. Where I live, it's always super slow, and like if you blink, you will miss the clearance. And I told myself that I'm not chasing the clearances down anymore because I really, really wanted to get one of those stamp sets, and someone showed it. It's like $274, but I already purchased it. It's the one with the chicken, cow, and pig stacked on each other. I think that stamp is so pretty, and I need to use it. I need to find some sentiments to put on there. Like I want to just do a card series, just random stamps and cards. Nothing like how to make a card, because they will all be basic, open and close cards. Nothing fancy. I did try to find a fancy fold book online, and I was not able to find it. The one I had checked out I have a card making book, and they're all basic folds. They're nothing fancy. They show you stamps and stuff, so it's not anything like it's this. I think I told y'all before. It's this lady who's selling layouts, but you don't get a chance to see the layouts before you spend the $37 or $47 on it. And I want to see the layout before I go and invest 40 to 50 bucks on a PDF file. And seriously, I guess I could just go online and do all of that. Because some layouts, I'm like, I would never waste my time doing. But some of the aperture cards, I really enjoy doing. Um, because it's fun. What? Well, I had told myself I was going to go to Michael's because, Valentine's Day came and they had some paper that was supposed to be Valentine's Day theme. I didn't see any. Yeah. Yeah, the clearance is not where I live is not going on. It's like buy at full price. I only like to get the stamps like I don't need dyes and stuff like that. And I always tell people that have a Cricut, like, why you buy the dye? Now, some dyes you need, like, I feel like the basics, all the shapes, the circles, the ovals, the squares, rectangles, those are needed, but you don't really need that fancy dye that has a silhouette of a person when you can go and cut it out on your scanning, on your Cricut or silhouette or scanning cut. So I learned that I really didn't need that. But somebody last year went and bought a whole bunch of flower dyes because I'm into flower dyes with the foam now. And so I had went to the $1.25 store, um, and bought a lot of their little foam because it was so cheap. So I need to just go ahead and cut them out and use my little iron and make them because I enjoyed doing that. And the $1.25 store foam is cheap. It's not thick like the big boxes. Yeah, that stamp is super cute. It is so cute. I think because we all have a slight love of farm animals when it comes to those things, especially if you live in the southern states like Georgia, Texas. I don't know about Florida. I don't know. I know what's going on with Florida. I guess Samara will have to let us know. So fussy cutting takes a long time. I do apologize. We are doing a start to finish tag though. So this lady arm thick, thick. She got thick arm, long legs. I'm not sure if you all know who Jamie Doherty is. I talk about her frequently. She designed for Prima. She had those big busts, those faces. I wish she would do more. She does like mixed media stuff now though. So now that we have our paper piece, we don't have to be ginger on the arm portion that we're gonna be chopping off, but the lines are important. And I thought this would be really cool to start us off as the weather is starting to warm up here. It's a bit weird because a couple of days ago it was freezing, freezing. So I'm going to cut that off. Now I thought that I was, but I'm not. I was like, this may be pretty, like that top and bottom, but I'm just going to keep it one piece. I don't want to stress out about it too much. Normally she'll put a belt on here. She did put a apron, but we're not doing sewing. We're doing welcome to this tropical island where your stay is amazing. You just ring the little bell and we'll refresh your drink. And it's definitely something fruity that makes your nose curl up. Or they could be twins and, they're graduating from college and they're getting ready to go to med school and this is their last party and before they start studying biochemical engineers or something like that. I don't know. Whatever you want them to be, you create your story. Just trying to get all these little nooks and crannies. Whenever I say nooks and crannies, I think of Animal Crossing. Even though I've been saying nooks and crannies before I was introduced to Animal Crossing. Right, so if you want to give your image a little bit more depth, you could always pleat these and add another, stamp this again and put a layer on and give it some fluff. But we're not doing that today. And so now, here we go. I do love paper dolls. I remember when I was growing up, I used to make my clothes from other clothes that I would get for the paper dolls. Thank you. Thank you so much. Those little flaps would tear off on them paper dolls, and you'd have to, well, I would have to fix it. Who knew I would be a mature adult still playing with paper dolls, right? So if you do decide to paper piece, you don't have to, stamp out all of your image, just the part that you want to actually paper piece together. Now, some people will create a mixed media effect and they'll have the girl, the whole thing, and then they'll just stamp all over it and color it. But if you do decide to paper piece, I do recommend using a 6x6 paper pad versus a 12x12 paper pad because these images are much smaller. You see, we can actually see our flamingo, our little palm tree. It looks really cool. This is a cute dress. I would wear this dress, just saying, if it was a little bit longer, past, I don't know, I would wear it. I do love a nice sundress. You can be free. I remember when I went to the Bahamas, we took a cruise, Royal Caribbean, and we went to the Bahamas. And all I had in my bag was sundresses and flip flops. Hey Deb, how you doing? Hopefully well. Just talking about sundresses and flip flops over here. What do y'all wear on your vacations? Like when you go? Like if it's a warmer place, not like if you're going to Alaska. I normally wear flip flops and dresses. Oh, that's good to hear, ma'am. Like we were supposed to go to Vegas in 2020. In August of 2020, we were supposed to go to Vegas. And so I was mentally preparing for everything that we were going to be doing. Like I want to go to the wax museum, and it's another thing that I want to do. Like as a family, it was supposed to be me, my aunt, The big roommate, the little roommate, and our daughter. And then, social distancing happened. Yeah, flip flops. Now that I've been having a little bit more bad back and knee issue, I try to wear my sneakers. Not that they're orthopedic, but I feel like they just give me a little bit more support. But definitely, I'm a part of Flip Flop Nation. I remember back in the day, they still do it, but it's $2 now. Old Navy they would have the flip flops on sale for $1. Remember that? Yeah, I have. So when we went, I put all of my outfits in a bag, in a Ziploc bag, each one with like the necklace and the shoes and everything. Like I had everything ready, decked out. And unfortunately for me, I'm not the best unpacker. So I was going through my closet a couple of days ago, and I still had some stuff in the bag, y'all. In the bag. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull out. I'm hoping I have a yellow sheet of paper. I think that's too light. Let me see. I didn't realize how tall she was going to be, how long the she was going to be. So what we're going to do, we're going to hodgepodge a tag real quick. I'm going to use this white sheet of paper. It's really thick. I think this is the 110 from Joann Fabric. I apologize. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? What part didn't you hear? No, it wasn't y'all. Somebody. I don't know who it was. Press mute. No, it was me. All me. I want to use this flamingo. Since she got some long legs, let's use this flamingo. It might not work. Let's do that. Let's see. We'll see, because that may work. That little flamingo may not work. All right, so I think, well, I was talking about my trip to the Bahamas, but we don't need to talk about that. It's not really important. So since I haven't been in my craft space, I think I told you all about this. I adopted this little system. So all of my tools are in a bucket that I got from the Dollar Tree. Um, for $1, you can't beat it, and it's 24 cups. So it looks like this, and it holds all of my junk that I need in one place. And when I finish crafting, I just put all the stuff back in there. It just makes it a lot easier for us, me basically. I'm just gonna use some Tombow glue. Now I do recommend like a tacky glue, something that's not gonna dry really fast, only because unless you have good placement, quick placement, mine is always crooked, crafted straight, right? So I never can get it down solid. You just gotta worry about the mess that you're gonna create when that glue oozes out. Right. So I'm not sure about those little garland pieces because they are um, real shiny, real sparkly. Listen, did you all know that the um, Fiskars has a trimmer situation? This thing exactly like this, but it has like a little edge on here, and it does like 4 or 5 different functions with one thing. Someone previewed, and I was like, "Ooh, I see you, Fiskars. I may have to put you in my scraper collection because it's nice." But I haven't seen it in the stores yet. I was like, I like that. I really do. I'm always experiment with new tools, trying new tools out. So yeah, now we have our reinforced paper. Like this is really flimsy, thin, and I didn't want to do that. I think I was talking about my tags. I'm not sure if y'all heard that part, but I had said uh, that remember when I was doing my tag collection, my Julie Nutting tags, when it was for the Lovely Ladies collaboration in 2021? No, 2020, I think is when we did it, yeah. And I never finished that. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I want to see. I really want to go to, um, not Hobby Lobby, Joann Fabric, because I have a bucket of findings and I can't find them. I don't know what the heck I did with them. So I bought some more from Hobby Lobby, but I want to just get some other colors. And when I did go into Joann Fabric the other day, I didn't buy anything. I had to use the restroom, and I like their restroom, so I just walked around and then left out because I'm really not into. I don't want to be into holiday crafting. Besides the holidays that I like, I don't want to fall into that whole mindset that I have to craft every holiday. It has to be super cute and adorable. I just want to use my paper and stamps how I want to use them and go from there. So that's what I've been doing. But I like Valentine's Day. For all the wrong reasons, probably. Because I normally don't get anything on Valentine's Day. I realized that I'm at the age now that if I really want something, I'll just go buy it myself when it comes to that. But I enjoy making, I like hearts and stuff like that. So, and like for Mother's Day, I like, like I'm into flowers and butterflies. So you'll see me doing those. So you see how we put that glue on, you can kind of see a little bit of the chunk on there. I'm okay with that. Because we can always smooth it out as best as possible. But I'm not really concerned about it not being real smooth because we're going to layer some stuff on here. Now, I'm not sure about what I was saying before I pressed the mute button. Crazy. I'm not really sure if these are going to match and if it's too big, like that's way too big. We could try this tropical flower. I'm going to put this right here. We could try this flower like this. And we can always just cut these edges off or make them a little bit, um, to conform to what we need to conform to. I'm going to go ahead and glue our clothes on so it'll look a little bit better. I can match it up a lot easier that way. Yeah, these could definitely be some sisters going to neuroscience, neuroengineering school. Because they're like, this is our last hurrah. Let's go, sis. Let's go. Let's go party it up. Go. So the thing about cutting the arms, you'll never know that you cut the arms unless you flop them around. But I think that no one will know that I cut the arms. So we're gonna go ahead and use this lady, and we're gonna just play around real quick. I really want to do something. I'll probably end up making a book, just so y'all know. Not today, but a book with these images. We can make a tag without having her and just put stand tall, something silly right here and there. So we don't need, I mean, if we want to make another tag, we wouldn't need the Julie Nutting stamps to do that. We could definitely just use this. Like that. And, put some stuff on there. But we want to kind of, so we can cover this up. You see these two little holes? You're right. I didn't. I definitely thought about shortening her legs, though, just so you know. Let's see. We have to turn this over because that looks like she's pointing the finger for some reason. So we could do this. I'm not too fond of all of that together. I do need to do some stamping real quick, though. All right. Since they're on a trip, we're going to just have them go all out on this little vacation they're on. I'm going to use Samara got jokes today. I love it. This stamp that I got from Joann Fabric is it was $3.99. I definitely got it on sale with a coupon. First time using it today. I'm not going to even prep it or prime it. I'm just going to do a few random stamps. So I'm not sure if you all, what you probably do, you probably have some type of random stamp set. Let's make sure that I didn't screw this up. This ticket. So if you have a ticket stamp, you can cut out just strips of tickets. And if you have a decorative scissors, just cut the edges off and then get a hole punch and do half hole punch. So you don't have to buy a die like I did. I really wanted that Tim Holtz die set though. I had to have it. Like it needed to be in my collection to collect dust with all the other stuff that I have. So, but you don't really need a stamp set to do that. You could do it on your own. We may do that. Do some stamping hacks, some craft hacks. I really thought about cutting her legs and stuff off though, but we won't today. In case you forgot, unless something has changed, I haven't been keeping up with all the colors and new things that Mr. Holtz has been putting out. If you put this on water, it will activate and run. So just keep that in mind. So this is like her little pass, right? Wherever she's going, she's got it admitted for 35 cents. Oh, I wish we could get into somewhere for 35 cents. I used to, well, I still keep a lot of my things from like when I was younger. I have a keepsake book from high school, and I kept like all of my concert tickets and stuff like that. And just thinking about how much cheap things was. I have, you're right. I have chopped off their body parts before. I've cut off heads, folded over legs and arms. I definitely have. I mean, she has to fit whatever the theme is that we're going for. So, and I appreciate you keeping me honest, ma'am. All right, now there we go. You've given it a little bit of something to work on. And I, now the one thing that I have been trying to stalk out is their planner section because I like those stickers. For $5 over 20, yeah, I want them. I'll go and buy them. So we're gonna do. I'll chop off a lady's head in a minute, I guess. That sounds so bad to say out loud, but it's a fact. It's definitely a fact. Whatever fits our aesthetics, right? If it's gonna fit what we need it to fit, I mean that's what's really really important. All right, we're gonna put her here. I've chopped off a lady's legs doing tags before. Like this would be. I mean, let's see. She looks like that, but we're gonna keep her whole body. And I want to put her right here like that. And now I'm gonna work around all of that. I still think I could get away with. Can I get away with that? No. Thank God for stickers, right? We're gonna do sunshine on my mind because sunshine is on my mind. Yellow is a very strong color that we're using today, so I know it may not look like we're gonna get to the end of this situation, but watch. Once we get to the end, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that don't look too bad. But this right here is not going to be a part of the show apparently because it's not going to work out for me. It's not working out how I thought it would work out, I should say. So if you have a bunch of stickers you bought saying, oh, I'm going to do this with them, pull out your stickers, get your stamps out, get your dolls, get all the stuff that you normally wouldn't use, and see how it looks mixed in together. Because sometimes you don't know it's going to be pretty until you start using it, right? This is when I tell myself, try it out and see how it's going to look. Right. Stickers make things a lot easier sometimes. And then sometimes it don't. But I like these stickers. I want to try to use up these things versus not using them. Like no one can see that we just put these sparkles here. But when you get it and you start examining it, you'll be like, oh, is that some sparkles? You're like, oh, it is. It's definitely sparkles. I guess I would have to ask a planner person, like, do they put sparkles on their stuff? These sparkles say you can't use me. I do not want to come off. I'm gonna put some sparkles right here too. I realize that when people craft and they layer things up, it's not always about the things that you have. It's just how aesthetically pleasing you can make it look. So I've been trying to work on making it look really nice. So we're gonna do Hello Summer. No, we got Welcome Summer. Let's skip that. Let's do Good Times right here. It is taking a long time to do two tags though. And we need a pineapple because why not? Pineapple is so yummy. I remember when my aunt had came to visit me one time, I was like, we're gonna get some pineapple. And we used fresh pineapple and my stepdad had cut the pineapples. And she was like, because of you, I don't eat canned pineapple anymore. I was like, well, that's a good thing. I'm very proud of that. All right, let's move on from this. All right. So I do recommend a fresh pineapple over canned pineapples. If you can cut them. If you can't cut those things, then you might have to use the other ones. Yes, so yummy. I'm just looking through these stickers right quick because I think I'm gonna have to cut my flower. I think I'm gonna make it work too. I think we can make it work. Of course, I mean we can make anything work, darling. We are crafters. So if we just do this, right? Let's see before I chop it up. We put her because we need her to stand out a little bit since her tag is yellow. She's yellow. Uh, we need to stand out a little bit. But I want to cover up this peephole some kind of way. And I think this is going to work. That will work. Okay. So what we'll do is just scoot this over a scotch, glue this down, and then we'll cut this piece off, and then we'll glue her on top. I was like, what I just do? Because it was not working for me. All right. You know what? I was gonna say the same thing. Like it's probably an allergy that citrus, some tropical fruits do that to people in their taste in their tongues. Like I can't eat a lot of words do not work today for me. What is the name of that fruit? Kiwi. Kiwi does the same thing to me. I'm gonna pop her up with this foam tape. Now, if you have foam dots or whatever, you can definitely use those. They would probably work out a lot better for you. Yeah, I love kiwi though. So good. So good. Actually, I like kiwi, pineapple, mango, all the exotic fruits. I'm not really partial on like the domestic ones, apples and oranges. I do like pomegranate. Over time, the food that we used to like, the flavor is just different now. It don't taste the same. What the young folks say, it hit different. It does not taste the same at all. My little guy loves blueberries, and I tasted a blueberry. I was like, these things, they're not even sweet. Like, ugh. But he tears them up. All right, so I think she came out really nice. She looks more like a brochure versus a tag, and I will round my corners when I get my corner rounder, and we'll probably poke a hole in there. So let's go ahead and do this lady real quick. I feel like I have traditionally done this before the end of all the videos. I start to make a book, but today we will not be making a book. All right, so we want to keep our sparkle here. This does look like the middle finger is poking out, so I have to just be mindful of that. Let's see, can we cover this up? We can. So we're going to scoot that over like that. We're going to scoot her up some. And there we go. Yeah, I love mango. Oh, so good. Now, the thing I don't care for on the mango, like, I don't want, and it's just laziness, what I'm about to say. I hate having to peel all of the, like, when I'm doing fruit and stuff like that. So, like, what I'll normally do is I'll buy the kiwi and I'll just peel all of the stuff off the kiwi, like all the fur, the fuzz, or whatever, and then I'll eat them. The same thing with the mango. But with mango, my friend, she was Jamaican, a former coworker, and what she would do is just peel and eat, peel and eat, peel and eat. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I like that. I tried papaya before, and I was not a big fan of papaya. I think I like the papaya that comes in like the dried fruit better than fresh papaya. Or maybe I just didn't have a good one and I didn't know what I was doing. All right. So we did all that work for these two little ladies. And we got this going on right there. We're going to actually pop her legs up, not this lady that's hanging in the wind. I'm shaking over here. Yeah, I like papaya. I think my favorite domestic fruit, I guess, is strawberry. Good, sweet, juicy strawberry, not that dried up stuff. Like strawberry picking season is going to be upon us real soon here. It's a little place that we had went and got some before. I might take my son back there. This is a big open field. It's not at that time when we went. It wasn't a bunch of people there, so it's pretty decent to go and just kind of pick. But I'm always afraid of snakes being in those berry patches and stuff like that. Like when I was younger, we used to go and pick the blackberries up off by the track, the train tracks and stuff. And my mom would be like, "Be careful, it's snakes." But I was such a tomboy. We would go and crawfish and you know get crawfish out the those little crawfish holes and everything. It was so much fun. Growing up was a lot different than I think it is now. At least for me, I enjoyed it a lot. So even though I had some hardships, it was still fun. I'm just gonna snip all this off. Now, could you have left this on if you wanted to? Absolutely. I want to cut my holes off. And I think sometimes when we do tags, having the things hang all over the place does not work for me. Oh, well, you got it. Yay. No worries, Deb. I understand the life of a crafter that has to post things on their channels. All right, so we're gonna just I'm gonna leave her legs unsecured, but we're gonna put some down in these shoes. Two on Tuesday. So today is two Tuesday, right? So if you live in an area that has nothing bundt cakes, I got a coupon that says you get two buntlets for 2.22. I'm gonna get me and a little roommate a buntlet for 2.22. A little roommate and I a buntlet, I should say. And then a lot of craft places are having stuff on sale too for $22 and stuff like that. But I was like, I don't need that, so I'm not indulging in that one. All right, so this is our tag. We went from plain yellow paper to this, and I like it. I like this one a lot better than I thought I was gonna like. I think the colors just kind of look really good together. You can, if you decide to do something like this, you can definitely write some notes or whatever. This is cool. I love it. I'm partial. I am biased. It is my creation. So now I want to do one more thing before we go. Give me 1 second. Just need to grab these things. So I really like this. I like that it's busy, and we're gonna try to do something like this on here. It, I, I'm not sure if you're gonna still like me after I tell you to try it out and see. Yes, $2.22 today for a buntlet. They're really delicious in my opinion. The big roommate, he does not like icing, so I usually get him his cake with no icing on it. But it's yummy. I would have to say it's very, very yummy. It's sweet though, very sweet. All right, so let's see. We have these thingamajigs over here. I'm not sure. I wanted to roll some flowers, but I don't have enough cut out. I don't have the black and white ones cut out. So that's an issue. And then I think Friday we'll be doing uh, not crafts. We're gonna do jewelry on Friday. I think Friday is gonna be like jewelry day, jewelry making day. But I have these flowers that I have cut. I have a bunch of them. So I did this for the Stash Dive collaboration that I am a part of with Poet Spice. And I had die cut all of these things out because I was like, when I was thinking about what I was going to be making, I was so yeah. This is the spot, Tanya, the Funky Junkie Boutique, and she sent me this cute little bag of stuff. I never even opened it. I always like keep these things, but this little cellophane bag is cool. Yeah, it was quick. Even though it wasn't not back order. It was just pre-order. As soon as it was available, she sent it, and I got it really, really fast, really fast. So we're gonna do these little things real quick. Now I am about to. I am living up to my New Year's resolution, right? My craft goals. Be very enabler. I bought this from Walmart. Okay, y'all. what I'm about to share with you. I bought it from Walmart. I bought it from Walmart, but I got it for Christmas from the little guy. And I always try to find new things that I haven't used before when I'm crafting. You probably have already seen this before. I would say if you are a crafter, don't sleep on Walmart. They do have some decent craft stuff now, and they have We Are Memory Keepers, American Crafts, which is the same company. They have a lot of new stuff coming from what I've noticed at Walmart. And I'm not sure who this person is. It's probably American Crafts, but they have this right here. It's called the Hobby, Hello Hobby. And I think this was like $8 maybe. And it came in this plastic container. Oh, it's a Walmart brand, so supposedly. But you get, it says 346 pieces. Let's slide this over. Comes in this nice little container. I did pay for this with my own money. And I thought it would be really cool to try quilling again. So you get all these things, and you get a board. You get this board right here, so you can just quill inside the circle, and you get some quilling stuff. I'm not gonna take that out because it'll be hell trying to get it back in. Got that. And then you got these where you can work the wings, and then you got a clip, not a clip, tweezers, and this right here. Yeah, it was very inexpensive. I think it was like under $10. So whenever for the holidays, the little roommate gets X amount of dollars, and then I just help him with what I want. Now I did get this from Hobby Lobby. I think this was on clearance or sale. I think it was clearance. So I've used this. It's just foam and it's for quilling. And so you get these right here, and you see it already has those lines. But if you want to, you can take your tip and just go in circles, or you could rub this out and you can give it more definition. But what I like to do is just take mine and just start in the center, and eventually it will ball up for me. But I have a bigger quiller that I use that I got from, what's that store called? Hi Chris, how are you today? Hopefully well. Uh, I got it from Amazon. So what I thought I would do with these is, as you can see, some of them are white on the inside, and then it looks like this, and then some is white on the outside. Look, because it's just single-sided paper. This little paper pad that I use, and I thought this would be really cool for projects. Like, what I tend to like about the things when we're crafting is that you cut up some paper that you don't really like. I thought this paper was ugly, right? It's not very pretty paper, and you make it into something that's pretty. So this paper pad right here, it's Darice, so it's probably from Michaels at one point, and it's called Gold Noir. But like this is good for like Halloweeny color. I thought that would be really cool. And then like this one, Dream as though you'll never live, as you'll live forever, live as if you'll be gone tomorrow. You can just cut this up and use it if you didn't like that saying in this. Like, I'm not into animal print, so I would definitely cut that up and do some other things with it. But what I tend to do is just find, a paper that's not as attractive as, something that has butterflies on it or something like that. And I just um, cut it, because now you can't tell that it's an ugly sheet of paper. It looks like a pretty little flower. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. And I'm just using this quick little quilling tool. And what I do, I'm not an expert on this, but I'm into flowers, so I have to learn sometime. And I just pull this out. Oh, that's okay, Chris. We have a Tanya, who is Memory Lane Keepsakes, Deb, but Dahlia Designs Jewelry and More is Deb. Samara is Samara. She's a joke cracker. Nick's Crafty Corner is Nick's. Those are all the people I see that have written in the last couple of seconds or minutes or so. So, and Chris is Chris. All right, so I just kind of pull this apart a little bit. I pull this apart a little bit, and then I take this, and what I do is since I'm not caring if it's going to be black or white on the side, I just come in and I roll it and tear the paper. So we're going to roll it backwards because apparently I cut that funny. You see it's coming apart. Or it's just the paper. Yes, Samara is the resident joke cracker. But she's working, and Heather is here too. Well, she may still be here. 9:07 is the beginning of her thing. Okay, enjoy. I won't be on much longer, so I'm gonna be ending shortly. Yeah, 9:07 Crafty Life is Heather, and I think she is going to be going to work shortly. But I know, well, I can't say for a fact, but I'm assuming uh, now. And Deb Hoax Crafty Cottage is Deb. Oh yeah, so yeah, Heather's going to work shortly. So you see how I just did that, and then I just kind of let it unfold. Now, some people would tell you to put glue on it as you go. It just depends on you. Depends on how you want to do it. And so what I do is I just put a glob of glue right here, and I always get the dry and clear glue because you want it to dry clear. So I do it two ways. I do it this way, and then I'll show you the other way I do it. And then I just put this on in the center of it, and I want my flowers to be loosey goosey, not tight. So I just do this and I press and hold. And you see in the middle, it's coming up a little bit, and that's okay because flowers, the flowers that God create, they're perfect for Him, but they are all individually made like we are. So we have a little bit of perfect imperfections, and that's how I want my flowers to be. So then I just hold it tight, and then it's gonna dry, and now it looks like this. So, I know Samara and I discussed this before about these things because these can be time consuming. They do have automatic rollers, but I just find that this is more fun than fussy cutting for me. It's very soothing. I can watch videos. I can listen to other people. Like if I'm in the craft channel or if I'm talking with someone, I can do that and not really need to super focus. I can just curl it. And this one right here, I hand cut. So if you have a circle punch, you can just hand cut it and just make a spiral. And I'll show you how to do that really quickly as well. You gotta just keep practicing. That's what I found. Because I had got mad a while back, a couple of years ago now. It's like I bought all this quilling stuff and it's not working. I'll never be like the quilling expert that some people are here on YouTube or in general. But I was like, because I'm in the flowers for some reason all of a sudden, and so I need to make it happen basically. And so then we just do that, and so we just gonna curl this over because I didn't do it right. And I just let mine uncurl a little bit, or I'll uncurl them. If it's ugly, I'll recall it. But I'm happy with this, how it came out. And see, these look totally different. Even though it's the same paper, same dye, and everything. And this dye is an unbranded dye that I got a couple of years back. I do have some other flower dyes. And if you have a ScanNCut or a Cricut or a Silhouette, they have these for free online. You just go into I think it's called Curling Flowers, and you can get those. You can make them humongous or small. So now I'm just holding this down so the glue can adhere to it. Hope y'all are having a great week so far. My week is okay. I have been sleeping in a lot more than normal. So that's how I know I'm not fully recovered because normally I get up at the crack of dawn. All right, so we're going to do this one. And it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. You know, perfect is craft or straight. You have a circle or something. All right, so we got a lumpy lemon right here. And then all you got to do is you just pick a spot you want to start cutting. I would recommend you get a circle punch if you want to have it. Or even if you have a scallop circle punch, you can do that like this. Normally in the morning time when I do wake up at the crack of dawn, I watch Crafter's Companion in the morning, and they change their schedule, so I've been missing them craft. Because what I'll do is if I'm doing a collaboration video, I'll watch other people craft versus me making a craft video about the craft that I made, unless it's like super time consuming. My circle definitely turned into an oval, and that's okay. You can always suggest that. All right, so there we go, and here we are. So if you want to make sure that this one doesn't uncoil, what I recommend is getting like a little glob of glue that you can dip your finger in, or the paper, like drop some glue on here and keep coiling and just coil, coil, coil. You do need a drop of patience, Samara. So if you don't, you need to drink some of that patience, water, Kool-Aid, soda, juice, whatever whatever your fancy is to get that the patience going. Or you can eat a cake. Cake is good. So mine is super tight. You don't have to make it really tight, but since I am not, it came off. Since I am not gluing mine down, I prefer it to be tight versus loose. Only because I like to let it unravel a little bit naturally on its own. That was a huge circle, so we are struggling with that, and we're just gonna go ahead and round this more ourselves because it came off the spinning thing. And stick with it. I think the more you do, hi Leslie, how are you today? Hopefully well. Yeah, patient potion. I'm not sure if you all know who Deb Polk is, but she's in a jewelry collab. We're in a jewelry collab. Well, she's the jewelry making person I go to when I have questions. And when she talks about patient potion, if you've ever seen any of her jewelry items that she makes other wonderful stuff, but in particular, I'm always like in awe of her jewelry making skills. They're amazing. So she definitely knows about that patient potion. All right, so it just came apart because we stopped it. But once we glue it down, we'll have our, and we're just gonna go ahead and cheat, right? So here's our yellow flower. We're just gonna cheat for real. That's good to hear, Leslie. I'm gonna put this, since we cheated and tore it off, we're just gonna put this tab right there. I have another crafty friend that I met through video gameplay. She does cross stitch, and I'm like jewelry making, like the intricate stuff, and cross stitch. Two things that you definitely have to have the patient potion for it. Yeah. Deb, don't run from your amazing talent, ma'am. Yeah. So normally I wouldn't cheat like this, but it came apart. So, and it would look, it would look a lot better had I not pulled it apart. But there you go, and that's it when it comes to these quilling things. But you do need a little bit of patience. It is a lot of wonderful people that make amazing jewelry. I am in that collaboration that the other person that was in here earlier, Dahlia Designs, Alter Ego, Deb Hoke, uh, was in that she puts on. And those ladies, I'm just like, let me just pick up y'all scraps because I, I make chunky charms and earrings and stretchy bracelets. It's, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that I remember. So, I've been doing YouTube for a little bit now. Not a long time, but a little bit. And I remember the first time I saw Deb make a necklace, I was like, you need to make a tutorial. But then I realized that when you have an intricate piece of jewelry, the tutorial is not going to come out as you think it's going to come out. So you see, we just call this around again, and we are going to spin this. It's a lot of people in the chat right now that everybody that I've seen make something. I'm like, oh wow, how'd she do that? Everybody, yeah. I remember that's we first when I first met Deb. I was like, ooh, this lady can jewelry up some stuff. It's another lady in the collaboration that I'm just like, she is not human. There's a few not human jewelry makers out there, but the people that I have a privilege of seeing what they've made, I'm like, that is cool. I don't know what's up with YouTube. I don't use so my notifications are not working on my phone, but I'll have to keep YouTube up. I don't know about that, Deb. Deb's jewelry knowledge is Smithsonian like for real. Hers and is it Kim? I think it's Kim. Metal scrap uh scrapper chick. When and I don't watch a lot of jewelry making people because I just get intimidated, right? See, so this one is a lot tighter than this one is, and this one is still coming apart. So I need to hold this down. But when they start talking, it's like, yeah, this is some amethyst and it's 3 quarts of blah blah blah. I'm like, what in the world? I love it. Of course, I love it because I'm learning. But I'm like, ooh, that's some knowledge for you. Yeah, Kim does that. I'm like, dang. Like, so I remember one time. No, I'm not gonna stop. Deb Dahlia Designs Jewelry More. She did a and that's why I cannot watch haul videos anymore. I love watching them because I want to go out and buy all the stuff. But Deb had did a haul video from one of the bead places, and she was like, "Yes, I was supposed to get 25 of these, and I got 30. So yay me! I'm making up the number." But then she showed this thing, and I was like, "That's really pretty." And she was like, "This is not what I was supposed to get." I was like, "Uh oh, somebody in trouble." They don't know who they messing with. And she was like, yes, I count them. I was like, okay. So for everyone that just showed up, I was going to show you what I made and I can't find it. I don't know what I did with the stuff just that fast. So I do like that. I enjoy watching people share their creations. And if I could ever be as half as worthy as they are of all the things that they know, I would be super duper happy. I literally just lost the creation that I just made. Like no lie. Oh wait, here we go. Duh. So this is what we made today. These tags from scratch. These are stickers. A little sticker here, sticker. And sticker, sticker, sticker. This is Lonnie, one of Julie Nutting's final creations, I believe. Thank you. Just in case for the people that just showed up. And now we're just rolling some flowers before we call it a day. I want to agree with you, Deb, but I don't. I can't say that I agree 100%. It is some people on YouTube that shaped me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like Tanya. So Tanya does this amazing stuff with this diamond glaze stuff that she does. I'm just like, I would have it all over the place. So, even though I don't comment on everybody's videos like I should, because, that it counts in the YouTube algorithm, I try to watch a lot of whoever I'm subscribed to. Like if I'm in the car and I'm driving, I'll try to watch them. And it was a while back she showed all the stuff that she was using. I'm like, what did she get ready to make? And she had did this before with when we did the House Mouse collaboration. She took the House Mouse stamp and redid it. Like she remade. I mean, it was still the same image, but it was definitely not the image that the lady that makes the House Mouse stamps was hoping for. She was like, "Yeah, I just took this off and I redid this and I made this." And I was like, "Wow." I was like, "Wow, that is so cool." And you can't really fangirl over the people that you're. I mean, you can. Um, yeah, I try to comment on all the videos that I watch, but sometimes it is not as easy because if you're watching a 10-minute video and a person starts off crafting, or maybe a 20-minute video, um, I want to say so much, and I end up saying I like your creations. Uh, because I don't know. But yeah, when Tanya Memory Lane Keepsakes is what I'm talking about. When she did that, I was like, wow. And then she does a lot of stuff with the diamond glazed dots that she used. I'm just like, that's nice. And I'm anti glitter anything, but when I see people make something so pretty and amazing, I'm like, that is cool. So I'm just gonna turn this in a little bit tighter, and then what I'm gonna do is pull this out and let it uncurl, and it's just going to uncurl however it wants to, and I'm just going to take some glue and drop it on there. Yeah, I always like right now I'm behind, right? And normally what I'll do when I'm waking up on time, because I usually get up like 4 or 5 in the morning, I'll binge watch so many like when I'm in the collaborations, I'll just open up all the videos and I'll binge watch them, and then I'll be like, because it's important, it's important for us YouTubers to, or any content creator, like if you on any platform you're content creating, to engage, I guess, with the person. That way, they know that you watch what they're doing and you appreciate them. It is hard to comment on videos, but some people, when you watch what they're doing, your mouth just drops to the floor. You're like, wow. You're just stunned. I won't mention any more names. I don't want anybody to turn red in the face or whatever. But I've watched a lot of people. I'm just like, how in the heck? Who is this person? Is she even? Why is she not on somebody's like design team? But design team stuff is hard. And we always want people to be on a design team so we can say, yeah, that's my friend. I know them. But deadlines and things like that can make it unfair to the creator. So we're just calling this, and I think I wrote this one on its back so we can have the black on the outside again, and then we'll do it on the inside. Yeah, I just, with the community, and I know that most of us are adults, over the age of I need to pay rent, or I got a job. I just wish that the same thing, the energy that we put in, because it's a few people in the community that are not really nice people, and I wish that the energy that they put into not being nice, they could put into being nice. It would make it a lot easier, to tolerate and deal. But for the most part, most people are very kind and generous, and I've seen people take advantage of that generosity. Because the thing is, I think for paper crafters in general, we tend to yeah, design teams. You gotta. Uh, I would never be on their design team because they're expensive. But create and craft. Heartfelt Creations just did a design team call, right? And if you've ever bought anything from Heartfelt Creations, you got to be semi rich to play with their craft stuff. So the people that are on those design teams, even like Prima design teams, but Prima I think is pretty. I wouldn't say easy to get on, but I think it would be a fun company to craft for. But I think the design teams are rethinking how they do design team stuff now, because I would prefer if people were actually getting paid on their design teams, which they don't. They just get, some of them get free product, and then some people don't even get that. So now we're going to call this. Hopefully, I'm doing this the right way. Nope, she not. I've seen so many people say why I quit this design team and why I quit that design team. And for us, because we've all, with the exception of people that don't make YouTube videos, we've all been influenced by a haul video, and we've all been influenced by the latest catalog item or whatever. And it was a couple of years ago, I think it was in 2020, she said the reason why I quit design team, and she was on a bunch of them, is because she wasn't able to craft, which is odd. But she was really just making products for the design team and moving on to the next product. So she wasn't able to enjoy the items. And I think that is why I really kind of craft odd. Like if I want to make Halloween stuff today, I'm going to make Halloween stuff today, because we get so wrapped up into the latest thing that we don't. And I'm a prime example, like I just said about the Julie Nutting stuff. I wanted to get them, but unfortunately for me, I have a completionist mindset, so I had to get them so I can complete the collection. It's like Pokemon; you got to catch them all. Uh, it's except I don't have all of the Julie Nutting ones. I only have a few. Yeah, and one of the ladies, Deb, she's a or was a Stepping Up demonstrator, and I guess Stepping Up reached out to her. From what the video seemed, she seemed like she was upset, and they were like, "Stop using other people's products, or you're gonna get in trouble." And she quit. She quit the design team, and I'm like, "Ooh, you don't get a chance to play with your stuff from 2000." Because you're on to the next one. Whereas people that are not on a design team, like say if you like say for example, which I'm not gonna do, but say if I did a collaboration that says, hey, we're gonna do flowers, and I love that daisy pattern paper and the punch and the die that came, not the die, I don't have the die, the stamp that came stepping up what last year before, and you want to do it, you couldn't use that daisy without a disclaimer saying, this is not in the catalog anymore or whatever. So it's not really fair to those people, and then you're spending your money. You get some money back, but you're spending your money on the stuff, and then they're like, you can't use it. Like that cardinal stamp, it's beautiful. I don't know why. Some things, I don't know. Even with like Sizzix, Tim Holtz, I remember, was it last year? I want to say it was last year. They came out with something, Sizzix that is, and it was retired like 3 months later. And I'm like, if you guys, what are you doing to the craft community? Because, we all like whatever it is and we want it, and then it's no longer available. Like they have this one, which I think is dumb. What I'm about to say is a dumb thing that they have. It's this Tim Holtz rosette die that has like diamonds in it, and everybody has been trying to get it. But the thing is broken. It's a flaw. It's a flaw in that die because Tim even puts tape on it to make it stay, but everybody has to have it because it's no longer available. Yeah, you can use it privately, but you can't promote it because it's no longer in a. in the catalog or whatever. So I mean, I get it. I understand the whole company thing. I have a degree in business, so I get that part. If you're not making money, then what's the purpose? But at the same time, like I remember I had asked you about that train set that they had a while back. I had to go online and find it. And then when the stuff gets retired, it already costs $20 or $30. Now it's 70. I'm not spending $70 for a train stamp. Never would I do that. Like that big beautiful butterfly that they had that I was looking for and I couldn't find. And then the lady gave it to me. I've used it a few times, but I would never get rid of that. I would never get rid of that. It's amazing. It's humongous for one, but it's retired. So I'm just going to call this one backwards. And as you can see, all of these are all the same die, same paper. They all have different aesthetics. So if you wanted to, which I wouldn't, but you could, if you have some adhesive spray or glue, you could glue it and then dip it in some loose glitter. You know, I don't like loose glitter, so we won't be doing it. I do have some chunky loose glitter that I break out on occasions with my goggles and mask because my eyeballs seem to attract dust and it's not good. Yeah. And every company is like that. Like, you know, CC Designs, for example, they have really pretty stamps, but they retire stuff because they're keeping up with other craft companies, and that's the bad part. And if you're on a design team, then you get to play with it for those months. Like you remember the Tim Holtz Snarky Cats that came out, what was it, 2020, 2019, I think. I really wanted one, and if you guys know Don H Creates, she was like, "Yeah, I really wanted to get it." I think she got it, and now people are not even using Snarky Cats anymore because they've moved on to the next thing that he's done, Mr. Holtz, that is. And I find that is unsettling. Even with some of the Momenta dyes that I got from Hobby Lobby, like that one flower set that I was complaining about, is nowhere on the website showing other demonstrations of what it is. So I have no inspiration now. I'm just applying a little bit of pressure to this. So as you can see, even though this is some not really pretty paper, it makes really pretty flowers, in my opinion. And what I want to do with these flowers is I want to do a. I'm not doing a shadow box. No, 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 no. But I want to do a tone on tone, something monochromatic. Maybe a lady, one of the big busts from Jamie Doherty, and just put this in their hair or something like that. Because I like to have that little bit of dimension. The thing is, I have to figure out where I'm gonna store it until I actually mail it out to people. So that's always a concern. But overall, I've enjoyed you all hanging out with me today. I hope that you've enjoyed. You got a good laugh. You learned something. To see, we made this little flower. It's a little hodgepodgey, but yeah, it's gonna work. We're gonna use that flower maybe. But I recommend that if you have scrap papers, trashy papers that you don't like, you don't want to throw them in trash because you're like, I spent X amount of dollars on it. You can cut out your flowers ahead of time and then sit in front of the computer or television and watch your favorite TV show and make some flowers or whatever you're gonna be working on, and then just kind of store them. I do not recommend storing. This is just me dimensional items for a long time. So you'll see me use these in the next couple of videos, maybe, because I feel like for me, the cat has been trying to jump on my workstation. The little roommate's been sitting in my chair um, and stuff. You're very welcome, ma'am. Dahlia Designs Jewelry and More, Depot Crafty Cottage. You're very welcome. So all the people that I mentioned, with the exception of maybe one or two, they don't have channels. But if you're watching the playback, I would definitely recommend to look in the live chat stream. All those people make amazing. They're amazing contributors to the craft community, and they have a wonderful catalog of unique craft stuff, creations. They all do more than one craft. Um, they all have more than only haul videos up. They do have some hauls, so be mindful of that. They can be influential to your bank account. but they're all very talented ladies in the craft community. So check them out, and they most of them I think have a YouTube, a Instagram. So you have to go to their channel and find out more about them. Uh, and I think I've been in collabs with almost all of them. You're very, very welcome, ma'am. Very welcome. All right, so this is our last little thing that we're going to be doing today. We made most of these today. Yay, it was fun. Let me get our yellow one in here. It was really, really fun. I hope that you try this out, Samara. Again, we can talk offline about it. But this is something that is very easy to do once you do a few of them. They don't all look the same. And then we made these tags, which I'm very happy for. I didn't know how they were going to come out, but they came out great. We even made our own little background paper. We used white cardstock, yellow, glued it together, some $1.25 tree items, some stickers, paper piece, fussy cut, lots of fun things went on. This is very time consuming, so just keep that in mind. I want to say thank you all for watching. I really, really enjoyed today. Thank you so much for the support that you've given me while I have not been feeling my best. And I promise to give you more of what I like, which is crafting and stories. So until next time, happy crafting.